And a real woman has real dreams. Can buy her own things, cause a real woman has her own means.
Hey pretty girls with the poppin' curls. So we're jumping right in by pouring the bentonite clay with earth, diamaticus earth, something like that, right into the bowl. And then we're adding 1 cup of water to it. And then you want to add the water first. Then you add the apple cider vinegar and you do 2 tablespoons of that. Well, that's what the directions said. And then you just stir it up and make sure you use plastic because they say it's bad to use metal because it won't work as good because it'll have some type of reaction. And so directions also says stir until it's to like a pancake mix. But I added another, well, 2 added 2 spoons of apple cider vinegar, and then I just kept on mixing it until I liked the consistency of it. This is my first time doing it, but I knew the consistency I wanted, and I wanted to make sure it was enough to coat all of my strands. So now we are going in with the water, and it did not smell good at all. But anyway, I'm going in with warm water so the mask can somewhat be able to soak into my hair and not just sit on top of it, because if I didn't use warm water, it would definitely just sit on top because I have low porosity hair, so I have to use warm water to open up my cuticles. Now I am going in with the bentonite clay mask, and you can see it starting to define my curls. I mean, of course, if you put some wet on your natural hair, it's going to define your curls. But I'm just letting you guys know it's starting to define my curls. And then basically you put it on like gel. Like it's like you're doing a wash and go because you're trying to not define each curl, but you're definitely trying to define your curls because you want to make sure the clay gets on all of your hair so all of your hair can be detoxed. And so that's why you put it on like a mask. And if you can hear my baby laughing, then I'm sorry, but if I don't film this video now, it's never going to get done. But anyway, so I'm just going to be basically doing the exact same thing the entire time. And I'm going to go ahead and get the talking out of the way. So, basically, like I said, this mask did not smell good, but it was okay. It was kind of messy. Well, it wasn't kind of messy. It was very messy. Like I still till this day, 2 weeks later or a week later, I still have clay on my carpet and on my stuff. Like, so I suggest doing this somewhere where it's easy to clean up because it's really hard to clean it up. Some more tips I have is to make sure your hair is fully detangled before you go in with this mask because it does not have slip really. Especially if I would have kept it as thick as the instructions had. I watered it down so it was even more thinner than what that was. So I can only imagine how it would have been if I would have kept it like the directions said. So it kind of gives you that feel of when you use a shampoo that is like really cleansing your hair and it doesn't have like any slip to it. So that's kind of what it was like. But I'm so glad I detangled my hair before I started and didn't just try to go in on top of tangled hair. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I made sure I put it on my scalp too because I was trying to make sure I detox my scalp. I get really itchy scalp and dry scalp in certain parts of my hair. Normally in the front, as you can see, those are dandruff that I scratched off my scalp before I started. But that's why I was making sure I detox my scalp too. I was like, if I'm gonna detox the hair, I might as well detox the scalp too because I mean, where's the hair going from? The scalp. So I wanted to make sure my scalp was cleansed too. And I think the lady who I bought it from, she said that you should do a clay detox only twice a year. I know some people do like clay shampoo washes, which I don't know like how that all works, if it's like the same, but I'll probably only be doing it like twice a year, like she said, because it was just messy. And yeah, and once it like dried up on like my neck and stuff, it was itchy when it was drying. And I'm twisting it up because I saw some people say like it was hard to get off their hair when the clay dried, when it was like all hanging out. Plus, like I said, I did it like I'm doing a wash and go. When I do a wash and go after I've defined a certain section, I'll just twist it up so it can stay elongated because I didn't want it to shrink. So yeah. Um, Also, I did want to add that some people add oils into the clay mixture when they're doing it in their hair. Um, I felt like that was defeating my whole purpose of using the clay mix because I wanted to detox my hair, so I didn't want to add any oils in it. I felt like that was like just defeating my whole purpose. But the reason that some people said they use it was because they said that the clay dried their hair out. I did not have that issue. When I washed the clay out of my hair actually felt really soft and fluffy. So, I mean, yeah, and you'll get to see how my hair looked at the end of this video. And a lot of people were talking about like how this really defined their curls. And my hair, if you already, part of the Curly Girl fam, then you know that my hair is like prone to frizz. Like, no matter what I do, I usually get some frizz. Like, that's usually why I don't pick at my roots. Like, I just get frizz. Even when I be careful, somehow I get frizz. Like, when I do wash and goes, I get frizz. And I don't like that because then I get fairy knots and yeah. But anyway, so that's another reason I wanted to try this to see if it would lower down the frizz because I think I would have said about frizz, but that's one of the reasons that I wanted to try this mask. And when I got to the front of my hair, that's when I really was like focusing on my roots because that's the part where I had the really dry scalp at. Like, that was the only part of my hair that had like some caked up dandruff or dandruff at all. And on parts of my hair, like, I found myself wanting to use a comb to evenly distribute. And I was like, nah, sis. First of all, this stuff messy. And second of all, this ain't no stuff you need to be detangling your hair with an actual, comb. So, and it does get all over your shower if you wash your hair in the shower. So make sure you pay attention and try to rinse that stuff off before it dries up. And the front of my hair is wavy with like curls at the bottom. So I was trying to see if it would help define these curls more, but that's just the texture of the front of my hair. And when you are in the shower, make sure you are sure to rinse it all out of your hair. Like, just keep rinsing and keep rinsing. If somebody's there with you, ask them, is a more clay in your hair? Because I thought I was done washing it, and then I asked somebody, and it was still clay, like, in the front of my hair. And I think I got it all out of the back. But just make sure, especially if you focus on your roots like I did too. And now this is my whole entire head finished. And I put a bag on my head and set it in the dryer for about 30 minutes. And then I got in the shower to wash it out. And this is what my hair looked like after it was all washed out. As you can see, it was some still in the front. But for the most part, everything else was washed out. I just had some left on my forehead. And then I went in with the Shea Moisture Charcoal and Something conditioner. And I let that sit in my hair for a little while to let it work as a deep conditioner. And then I put more in it to let it also be a leave-in because it works as both. And yeah, I really loved how this stuff made my hair feel. And at the end, you're going to see pictures of basically like how messy it was and how much hair shed after detangling and washing it out in the shower. Look at those curls popping. Yes. And as you can see, I have like 3 different curl patterns in my hair, and it's definitely time for a trim also. But yeah, so that's how messy it was. That's my work area, my pants, my shirt, and this is how much hair I shed. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Everything I work for, everything I got, now turn on the lights. I'm looking for him too. I heard he keep his promises and never turn on you. I heard he ain't gon' cheat and he gon' never make no move. I heard he be there anytime you need him, he come through. Now turn on the lights. I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him.